Hi, good evening, everyone. Do let me know am I audible or not. And today we have something crazy. Crazy means that TCS is coming, right? And anyhow, we want to prepare well. Today we'll understand the pattern of the TCS coding questions and also we'll solve few previous year questions. Okay, so do let me know am I audible or not. I'm looking at the chats. Do let me know am I audible or not. Waiting for your answers, then we'll continue. Prince, I'll start with topic batch. Actually, it's not lead code series. We'll resume lead code series after on 3rd March itself. Because of TCS, it has been postponed. Okay, Sriyam. Cool, yeah. Now we'll solve a few previous year coding question of TCS and both the difficulty level, like easy level and the difficult hard level. And I tell you like what is the difference between hard level and the easy level coding questions as well. Okay. Cool, yeah. Cool. So now I'm showing you one question. Read it carefully. Read it carefully, and let me know what you are understanding from this particular problem statement. It's mentioning like a chocolate factory is packing chocolates into the packets. Okay, so there is a chocolate factory which is packing the chocolates into the packets. Okay, so now just imagine the story. Imagine the whole story. You'll understand the concept. The chocolate packets here represents an array of n number of integer values. So what you have given is that chocolate packets means the number of packets are the n. Okay, which represents an array of n number of integers, which means the length of the array is n. Okay, the task is to find empty packets. Like we were wrapping few packets and we were inserting the chocolate inside it, right? But what happened? There are few packets where the chocolate was missing, so we are pointing out to 0 of chocolates and push it to the number of chocolates. Here we have few values in the array itself. Now there are 3 empty packets in the given set. For example, they're explaining what is the example is, and these 3 empty packets represent as zeros, so we push towards the end of the array, which means that we have one array. You just need to push all the zeros to the end, and this is a easy level question of TCS. Okay, this is a bubble sort. Yeah, can be a one thing. Hydron bubble sort can be one thing. Cool. So now here, but bubble sort will take the time complexity of big of n square, that may be higher, right? Now here what you have one input. They are telling like the input values and element of array which we need to take input, while input each element is separated by a new line. Okay, so now here we'll take the input by separate by new lines. Cool. Yeah, now at the end, after pushing all the zero towards the end, we need to print our array in a single line. But it's not actually array, it's a string, because you've seen we are not having the comma, we are having the spaces only, right? So it's some kind of a string. So now again, in another example also, we have an array with the length of 6. We need to push all the zeros to the end of the array. It's quite simple, right? You will have an array. Cool, yeah, cool. So now you have one array. Oh, yellow is not visible actually. So either it should be black, because on white, black can be good choice, right? So an ARR, we have one ARR, and here you will have few values 4, 6, 0, 3, 0, 2. So these are the packets of the chocolate. What is the problem is that few packets are empty, which are marked as 0. Your job is to push all the packets to the end, which means the output should be 4, 6, 3, 2, and at the end we need to push all the packets. Cool. And it's a easy level problem statement. Okay, it's a easy level, and then we'll understand a hard level also. And it has been asked previous year. Okay, so now correct moving 0 to the end. Correct. So how to understand this type of questions means in which topic based. Yep, you just need to read problem statement carefully, then you'll understand. Because anyhow, when you read this, you know that you need to move something. And when you want to move something, do we need to compare something? Yes. If this is the case, you can apply 2-pointer. And also in my lead code series, I'm telling you topic wise questions where you understand actually what category of question comes in a particular topic. So anyhow, you need a good practice for that. Cool, yeah. So now the one approach can be somebody suggested bubble sort. Yes, it can be, but bubble sort has a time complexity of big of n square, which is very high. So we need an optimal solution. What it can be. So if I ask you, can I say one thing? I'll take a pointer. Okay, I'll take a pointer right here. What I'll do, I'll compare this value. Is this 0? If this is not 0, then we'll keep it right here. And again, if this 0, we can have 2 pointers. One is I and one is j. I is for the current element where current non-zero element. Okay, non-zero element. Non-zero element. This can be. Okay. And again, j can be for like a position, like for iterating. For iterating. So now what I can do, we can have multiple approaches here. Okay, we can have multiple approaches here, but the one good approach is that you utilize the same array without creating any extra space. You try to optimize it. You're not, taking n square time complexity. That is the best way, because for the higher input, that will not handle. Right? Cool here. So now how we can do it? Cool here. Cool. So now here we are starting from I and j. Both are starting from 0. What we'll see, if this is a non-zero value, we'll keep on the I place. And again, if this is a 0 value, then we'll replace this value with the j and we'll increment the I. Cool. Yeah. So now here what we can do, look at this. For this particular solution, what we'll do, we'll understand here, is this particular j pointer is pointing out to non-zero value? Yes, it is non-zero value. Then put this value on the ith place and increase the I, and j anyhow increasing parallelly, right? So what you will do, you'll put the j here. Now I has been increased from this place to this next place. I is here, but again, because we are iterating with the help of j will also increase, right? So you will have at the next point, you will have 6. Now you'll see, is this 6 is a non-zero value? Yes, it is. Then increase the I again. So I will point out to right here, which means you'll increase the I, right? And now I is point out right here. You'll increase, then you'll update. So now the j is pointing out to right here. J is right here. Okay, this was comma actually, nothing more. So we were traversing. So j will point out right here. You will check, like, if this value is 0, yes, it is 0. And if this is 0, what you need to do? You'll skip. You'll move ahead. Okay. So right now, here you will have what? The next value. The next value is 3. So we'll point out your j here. You got the non-zero value. Just increment I once, which means I will come here and then replace the value of this j to the 0th value, and 0 will be, will feed out at the end. So you don't have to worry about. So what you will do, you'll create a new array from here. So you will have 4, 6, at the place of 0, you will have 3. Now I is pointing out right here, and again the next value was 3, and now your j has been moved. So now j has been moved to where? The next value, which was 0. So j is here. Again, you see, it's a 0 value, right? It's not a non-zero value. Then what you'll do, you'll again update the I will come here. And what you'll do, it's a 0 value, you'll increment the j, right? You'll increment the j. So now j will point out to 2 pointer, 2, right? Like this value. So now it's a non-zero value. What you'll do, you have already increment the I, you'll replace this value, with this particular thing, right? So you will have 4, 6, 3, at the place of I you are having 2, now 0, 2. What you'll do, you have reached the end of the loop, at the end of the array, right? So now what you have? You have your I pointer right here. The j pointer has been crossed the limit because it's beyond the array. Now what you can do, for the remaining value, you can insert the 0. Like, you can iterate it further, you can update the value on the ith index to all the remaining value to 0. If we have reached by j pointer to end of the array. So can I say, because of this logic, we can make it this 0 after all the value of I, this value to 0. So you will have moved all the value to 0. So don't worry, I'll write the solution here, then you'll understand it more better. Okay, then we'll do a dry run of this as well. Okay, so you don't have to worry about a lot. We'll go, actually there is one online editor I'll use, and that is prep insta compiler. Cool. So now here, this is our online compiler. So now right here, what I can do, I can write the codes. Okay, so I'll increase little size, so by which you can see it better. So now I hope it's visible to all. Cool here. So now here, it will be allowed to run the code. Yes, it will allow me. Cool here. So I'll write the code in Java. So I hope that's fine for everybody. And now here, or if you need in other specific language, if I see a lot of comment, I can write in that language as well. So I'm comfortable with that. So now, cool here, what our requirement is, we need to take 2 inputs first. So for input, we need a scanner class anyhow. So what we'll do, okay, actually I need to change it to Java. Cool here. So now here I need to take a input, user input. I'll take a scanner class here. a scanner class here, yes or no? So I'll create an object here, so new scanner, but anyhow I have to import that as well, right? System dot in, because in TCS they asked from user to input the values. Okay, they will not give you the pre-inputted value. So now here what I can do, I can write here import java dot util dot scanner for using the scanner class. Okay, so now here we have used the scanner class for taking the input from the user end, right? So now here what we were taking is, in the problem student was mentioning like you will have first n the size of the array, so we'll take the n here, and n is a integer value, right? So next int to take the integer value. Here we are taking the integer value. Now here what we'll do, we'll create a array in which we need to take the integer inputs, right? So I'll create a array here arr, and here what we have, we will have at n size array, right? New int, and the size of the array is n. Cool here. So now this is the input value. Our job to now first take the input from the user end. So now I'll start from 0th index, I is equals to 0, I is less than what? I is less than, let's say, n, and I plus plus. Yes or no? So now here what I will do, I'll take the value in the array. Now on 0th index we will have our first value, which means from starting I, and here we'll do sc dot next int, right? Next int. Cool here, cool. So now that's how you can take the input. Okay, that's how you can take the input. Correct. Now here what we'll do, we have taken all the input from the user end, right? Now our job is to figure it out, to move all the zeros to the end, right? So what we'll do, we'll have two pointer. Let's say I'll create a two pointer here, which is, let's say, starting from 0, and then the second pointer, then iterator. Okay, so int j equals to 0, and j should be less than n, the length of the array, and j plus plus. So this will iterate the whole array and will update the non-zero value at the starting. Okay, so that is the logic. So let's say if what? If this is like nums j, the value on the jth index is not equals to 0, in this case what we need to do, right? That is a question statement, that is a problem statement. In this case what we need to do, okay, so anyhow, because we wanted to start from, like, if we will start from the 0 and you increment it first, that will be a problem. So can I say I can start from -1? Because when we get a non-zero value, I can write here what? I can write here, let's say, ARR, the same memory thing, right? And here what we can do, okay, we can first update, then we can increment. Okay, that also works logic. That's the same logic. Let's not create any confusion here. So I can write here start, and on this start, what we will have, we will have nums j, because it's a non-zero value, and we'll increment our start to plus plus. And anyhow, at the end of this loop, the j will keep incrementing. Yes or no? So now here what you will have, tell me. Now here what you will have. Now what you have done is that you have this start pointer which has been reached till where we have non-zeros value, right? But at the end we need to insert all the remaining value to 0. So we can write a while start is less than what? Start is less than n. Because start hasn't reached to the end, the remaining value will fill with the 0 only, right? So here in the ARR at start, we can insert the 0. Yes or no? We can insert the 0. So that's how you'll be inserting every 0 here, and at the end we need to print our output. So I'll take a for each loop, for example. So I'll take, let's say, int num colon for each. What is the syntax is? We write colon, we write the array name, and here we'll print it. So system dot out dot print ln, and here we'll print this num. Okay, but now tell me, because we were taking the whole output into single line. So for ln, which means new line, but anyhow I want in the same line. So what we'll do, I'll print just num, and after that we wanted some space. You remember we had some space after every output. Look at this. I'll show you here. After every output we had few spaces. So one space which I've added in the code itself, right? Which I've added. So this is that space. I hope it's clear to everybody, right? Now here what I can do, We'll take the input panel. In the input panel, we'll pass the input value. So what was the input value? Anybody remembers? The input value was first an 8, and we have array as 4, 5, 0, 1, right? So we'll pass this value. Cool. Yeah. So 8, then 450, 19050. So we have 8, then 4, then 5, then 0, then 1, then 9, then 0, then I don't know. Cool. So now 5, then 0. So this was the input value we were expecting from here. That's how we are taking the input values, right? Cool. Yeah. And after that, what we are doing is that we're just updating the values, right? Cool. Yeah. So I'll run this. I'll run the code, and we'll see it's working or not. Import java dot. Okay, actually import the spelling error. So sad, bad luck. Cool. Yeah. Not a bad luck. It's fine. Cool. Yeah. Now let's see. Oh, actually, I have very bad habit of writing nums. So everywhere I've written nums here. Look at this. Automatically here it's a ARR. Lead code, actually I have a habit. Every time they give the array name as nums. So whenever I keep thinking, I assume like it's a nums array, nothing more. Cool. Yeah. So now I hope it's fine. We can go ahead. I hope start variable we had. There's no problem. Loading the code. Please load again. Why? Probably maybe internet issue or something. Cool. Yeah. Screen is not clear. Maybe because of internet. That can be a issue. I'll copy this code because anyhow I don't want to lose it. So I'll just do a copy of this code. Then we'll refresh the page to execute it. Okay. I'll do the refresh. I'll do the refresh. I hope. It's loading. So now I have Java code here. Yep, why it's not showing anything? But nobody, we have already copied the but we haven't copied the input, right? Here. We'll pass your random values. Like let's say we have the size of the array is 4. We have 1, 0, 2, and 0. Cool. So now this is what we have as input, and we'll run this code. Understand it's working or not? It's taking again time. Please reload again. You're already reloaded. How many times I need to reload this? Well, maybe actually at my end there is some internet glitch probably. Oh, again we lost our whole code. But anyhow, I was smart. I copied. Okay. Cool. Yeah. We'll submit this. Now probably it should work. Oh, we haven't passed the input value now. So here, let's say the size of the array was 4. First was 1, 0, 2, 0. Okay, so we have these 4 input values. We'll run the code now. Okay. Now here we go. Please load again. Oh, because we are not doing start plus plus, this is becoming an infinite loop. Cool. So now I hope we don't have any glitch because of internet, because of anything. Right, correct. It's working fine, right? So what we are having is that the whole array, we are having the 0 at the end, right? So that's how it was working. What we did for taking the user input, we have defined a scanner class, yes or no? Again, for the size of the array, we took in the n. For again, because we have the size n, we wanted to define an array to store all the chocolates value. So we create an array here. We are taking input in this array from this place, right? And again, what we want is that start will, insert all the non-zero value at the starting point, and j will keep iterate to the end. So what will happen once you will have all the non-zero value till start, the remaining part will remain as same. So which means the start haven't reached to the end, but j has been reached to the end. So what I want that start will also reach to the end, and the remaining value, the non-zero value already, but from till here, all the non-zero value, but till start, and after start I wanted to insert all the value to be 0. I hope it's clear to all. And we're incrementing the start here. Okay, we're incrementing the start here. I hope this is clear to all. I hope this is clear to all. Not a tough one. Not a tough one. Do let me know, please. Do let me know, please. Is this clear to all? Is this clear to all? Then we can move further. And again, again, the thing is, because today I get at my end there was a few issues with internet and startup, but I hope that's fine. Cool, yeah. So now the important thing is that because TCS anyhow is coming, right, and you need a dedicated preparation. So there is a one platform which is Prep Insta Prime. You can visit once. Prep Insta Prime. There you can have a particular TCS course, by which at least you should have a particular roadmap by which you should not be rejecting in the interview itself. If you're getting chance, I'll log in here first. Oh no, so now here what we'll do, actually I logged out, but previously I was logged in. Here you can search for the TCS course, TCS NQT, and here this is a complete course which you can visit. Complete roadmap, complete path, and everything is there, which can help you in the cracking the coding interview, the aptitude part, the logical ability, and everything. Okay, so again for the DSA, for advanced coding, you can search for like competitive coding part, especially competitive, and then I'll tell you the another part, competitive coding. So here you will have competitive coding course, where it is competitive coding. I guess there is a one course I've seen previously, but I don't know why I'm not seeing right now. Competitive coding, this one. Okay, you can visit this for advanced DSA and all the concepts of DSA. Maybe this can help you a lot here. Right? Cool, yeah. Cool. This topic actually, Prince was including the idea of two-pointer. The idea of two-pointer. Look at this. We have in a slide one start pointer, and this is a second pointer J, which is iterating the whole thing. Once we have iterated the whole array, which means J has been reached to the end, and the start was taking the non-zero value. It is starting, right? So once all the non-zero value has been finished, which means the remaining values should be filled with 0. So with the help of start, we filled all the remaining 0 with 0. All the remaining 0 values with 0, right? In the same array itself. You can have other approaches as well. You can define another array where you can insert all the new zeros, non-zero value at starting, and remaining value could be a 0. You can have multiple approaches. Right? So that is not a problem. That is not a scene. So now what we'll discuss the another problem statement, and this is a hard one. Okay, this is a hard one. So cool, yeah. Read the problem statement. This is a advanced coding question, but trust me, there's nothing advanced. There is nothing easy. The thing is that how much preparation you have, that will define like how much easy something and how much hard something. Anyhow, when you appear for any service-based exam, there is only one most important thing: how you read the problem statement. How you read the problem statement. If you read the problem statement very carefully, trust me, anyhow you'll get the solution. But if you're not reading it, there is no possibility to understand and write the code. Okay, so now we'll read the problem statement. But while you read try to break down it in the multiple parts. Okay, I'll give you the example right here. Okay, I'll give you the example right here. So what is mentioned here? I'll read the problem statement for you. The example has given here. The important thing is given here. Alice and her friends are playing a game of verbal kho. So there is one Alice and his friends are playing a game. Just imagine a situation, because once you imagine the situation, you will understand the whole scenario of the problem statement. Alice is acting. You remember the kho game? Remember the kho game you used to play in the childhood, right? Acting as mediator, the person who used to ask the names of the other people, and the rest of the N friends are seated on N chairs. Okay, because in childhood we were sitting on the ground, but anyhow they are advanced and rich people, they are having chairs. Cool, yeah. So now Alice starts by providing a paper with a single digit number. So what Alice is doing, Alice has given us paper with a single digit number. For example, let's say 5. Okay, so right now we understand this single digit number. 2 friends present at number 1, which means that if there are 10 people are sitting, okay, so what Alice will do, Alice will give this particular chip to the first person. Cool, yeah. Okay, so now here to the number 1, let's denote friends by F, and F will be the size of the size N. Okay, so F is an array where we will have all the friends, and that is denoted as the size N. So the size of the array is N. So you will have value from 1 to n, which means it's not 0 indexed array, it's a 1 to n indexed array, right? Represent friends seated respectively after receiving the paper with the digit f1. Okay, f1 means the first one. If the array is f1, this is the first one. First one will receive the chit. Okay, now we'll read further. Will enact and try to tell, which means it will open, it will try to act to tell somebody else. Okay, actually this is a different Coco. Yeah, we were playing different kind of Coco. Right, and try to tell f2, like the next person. It will try to act to the next person, and next person will understand without speaking. Okay, without speaking. Similarly, f2 will communicate the next person, like whatever he has understood, he will communicate to the next person. Cool. Yeah. Now f3. This continues until the last person f1 understands the digit. Okay, so which means it will continue till last. It doesn't matter it understand or not, but they will keep to the last. Cooler. If the digits are similar, means if the digits are which Alice has provided, for example, Alice provided 5, and if this is 5 and this is 5, then it's good. Okay. Similar, Alice will give a t-shirt, which means if the number which Alice has given to the first person and other person has guessed the same thing, then Alice will give the t-shirt to each friend, means to all of them who is pointing to a correct number. Now, however, if digit do not match, Alice will ask each friend's single digit. Like if they are not matching, he'll ask for the digit number, and she will offer the t-shirt to only those who understood the digits. Like when the game is finished, she will ask to everybody. Like then she'll check the numbers. How many were wrong? Those were wrong, don't care. Those are right, will give the t-shirt. Cool. Yeah. Given n number of friends and digit array D denoting the digit understood by each friend F. Okay. Cool. Yeah. First, finds out how many of Ali's friends have not enacted well or did not understand the enacted by previous friend correctly. So now I'll tell you the whole theory, because anyhow in the hard question there is a hard theory. That's it. So which means that there were a row. Everybody was sitting on the chair. There's one Alice. Alice will give a chit to the first friend, and first friend will try to act in front of the other people. Okay, and if they are getting the right number, then Alice will give a t-shirt to that particular friend. So what our job is to tell, our job is to find how many Alice friend not enacted, like how many were not able to guess the correct number. For example, look at in this example. We have n, means there are 3 friends only. So the first person received 4, other 2 also guessed the 4, which means nobody was there who were not able to guess the number, right? So which means everybody performed well, right? So now everybody will get a t-shirt. Look at in this example at 5. At the first place, Alice has given 1 digit number, 1. So now other second one is getting second, third one is guessing third, fourth one is guessing second, and again fifth one is guessing second. So which means they are all not enacting correctly. So which means that there are 4 people who weren't understand that enactment, right? So that is the 4th. I hope it's correct. So what you have to do is that you just have to take the input, then you'll try to match all the remaining digits of that array itself, like they are matching to the first digit or not, to the first index or not. If they are matching, then fine. If they're not matching, then do count plus plus. The number of people who are not matching have not enacted well. I hope the problem statement clear now. The problem statement completely clear now in your brain. I hope this is clear to everybody, right? So here, I hope this is clear to all, right? Cool, here, cool. So now what I'll do, I'll take another example to make you more understand in this. Okay. Basically, we have to check number 1. Other people is same or not. Correct, yeah, correct. Cool, here. So now here what we'll do, let's say we have an array where you have 1, 2, 3, 2, and 2. Okay, the n was 5, which means that the first person received in cheat was 1, and again we'll try to match with the other. Like second person guessed second, which means not enacted well. Third guessed third, not enacted well. Fourth guessed second, not enacted well. Second guessed 2, not enacted well. So these are the 4 people who weren't enacted well. Cooler. So now let's say we have another number 1, 1, 2, 1. So now that how many people weren't not enacted well? Like this one person only, because first person had in the cheat 1, other also guessed 1, the last one also guessed 1, but only this person didn't enacted well. So there's a 1 count. The output should be 1. I hope this is clear to all. The problem is still completely clear to all. Now we'll write the solution. Okay, now we will write the solution. I hope this makes sense to everybody. I hope this makes sense to everybody. Yes or no? I want to see energy in the chats, yeah. I don't know what people are doing, but be active, be active. Anyhow, we're doing something crazy, right? We're trying to crack the TCS, and it's not really hard, but hard in terms of like if you are not prepared well. So we'll implement the same solution itself. We were having the size and input in the previous solution. I'll use it, and again the n size array will take the input in the array itself. Okay, and now here we have to do the things. So I'll just remove this. I'll just remove this and we'll change this code. Cool, yeah. So what I'll do, I'll write here the count, let's say int count, for counting like how many people have enacted well. Okay, so now here what we'll try to compare. So what I'll write here, I have to iterate the whole array, so I'll write I equals to 0. I should be less than, let's say, n, because n already given, I plus plus for all the friends. Now here if what? If the friends, like if like we don't have to start from this 0th index, right? Because any of the first person is acting, so you have to start from 1. You have to start from 1. So now here if what? If this ARR I is not equals to what? ARR 0, the first person, then in this case do one thing, do count plus plus. Do count plus plus. Okay, so which means that the person who are not matching the value of the first element, they are not enacting well, right? So at the end we can print our count. So not south, actually I have a habit of BS code. So system.out.println. Okay, so here we can print the count. I hope it's not tough. I hope it's not tough, right? So can you please code in CPP? There is nothing. Actually, the CPP, the syntax is completely same. What you all have to do is that you just have to write C in at the place of this scanner class. That's it. Okay, cooler. And person, and he had to pass if another one is listening correctly or passing or not. Correct, Prince. In that way. Cooler. Sounds correct, Karan. Now here what we will do, we'll try to run this, but we need to take the input. We have already taken the input right here. Cooler. So now what we'll do, we'll try to run this. Okay, we'll try to run this. This was a hard question, the advanced coding question. Like, look at this. First person has received 1, which means Alice has given 1 in the chit, but others were enacting 0, 2, and 2. So which means 3 persons were not enacting well. We'll also take the example of our PPT, which was like when there were 3 friends and everybody was enacting correctly. So I'll remove this. I'll write 4 here. Again the 4. In this case, everybody enacted well. Right? So non-enacting persons are 0. I hope this is clear to all. Again, there is a bunch more reminder and there are few perks as well. Okay, there are few perks as well. The first thing is that if you want, like, you should get updated with every update, like upcoming hirings, any changes with the TCS and anything. So here are few social media channels. You can join them to get the real-time update of everyday hiring and everything. And also you'll get these channels in the description as well. And again, top 3 comments after the live class, top 3 comments will get a Prep Insta Prime free. And with the Prep Insta Prime, you know that there you will have a lot of courses, more than 200 plus courses. But as of now, I will suggest you do not deep dive in a lot of things. Just prepare for the TCS. Search for the course for TCS NQT and go ahead with this. TCS NQT course. Look at this. TCS NQT course. And you can watch this whole course completely. You will have a complete understanding, the level of difficulty, the type of question, the type of concepts and everything in this particular course. And maybe you'll be rocking in the exams. Wish you all the best. See you in the next lab. Till then, bye-bye. Bye-bye to all. Have a good day. And wish you all the best. And I hope everybody will following the steps which I've told right now. And you understood the level of the difficulty of the things, how much difficult question actually TCS asks. But there can be multiple topics anyhow. Today we have understood a 2-pointer and a normal one problem statement, right?